March 23rd. The sun is distracting me a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Today I stumbled over a report by NBC News about a guy called Victor Jara, who was diagnosed with a rare disorder that makes the faces of people he meets in person look demonic to him, like this. You can see how the eyes and the mouth especially are distorted. Dartmouth College created these digital representations of what the man has been experiencing and still is. That had set me up for today's topic. How do we come to see the world as we see it? It's a very legit question, since even though our senses are already limited to what we can perceive, they still send 11 million bits per second to the brain for processing. Yet our conscious mind can only handle the tiniest percentage of it. We pick and choose, and this is something we figure out during early childhood development. The womb is like a protective space during the last 8 to 10 weeks of a pregnancy when the senses mature. This doesn't happen any earlier, so don't let yourself be fooled in the ongoing women's health care debate. The woman with the womb is the person. The content of a womb is still lacking what it takes as long as the fetus is unable to live by itself. Whether that will ever happen is the womb owner's choice. That said, once the baby is born, it gets bombarded by the world with the full force of the information available to it. Colors, sounds, tastes, smells, touches, the tension of its muscle, the position of its joint, and so much more. The infant is tracking the data and uses it to explain what's going on around it. You can imagine this process like a game developer who creates the world in which the gamer will then move around and solve problems. There are uncountable ways this task of building a model of a world and building an initial model of oneself in it could be done. The baby goes for what is most suitable for it. And that brings us back to people and their faces. Initially, we are not physical objects yet in the baby's mind. Like everything, they are light and darkness, colors, geometrical shapes. There's a certain part in our brain that conditions us to search in the chaos for patterns that fit the geometrical shapes of faces. But from there again, the game developer in us takes over and we create the people and the scenes in which we interact with them. What Victor Jara is experiencing is himself changing his creative style, so to say. He feels like it's not himself doing it what makes it complicated, what makes a drug-induced experience of the same complicated, mostly because so few of us are aware today that we are the screenwriter and director as well as the actor in and the audience of a movie that we call reality. Not least because we are trained from the earliest days to believe in objective truth. It does exist, but not in our heads, in where everything is subjective and changeable, by us and also by others. The latter makes it so important to think, make a habit out of thinking, turn thinking into a movement. Comment, like and share, and as always, thank you for gifting me with a few minutes of your most precious, your lifetime.